Connor, what is wrong with the offense right now?
Well, first, before we even get into their schematics, I think when you get, the doors blown off you because of your defense, teams can play you a different way. It eliminates largely the run game. And we talked about this in the screening, that we thought they abandoned the run game a little quick. They were a little predictable. But I want to make sure that's clear. It is very hard to operate as an offense when your defense puts you in a 3-score hole. And, I'm sure you know as much as anybody. It's just very hard to function in a variety of ways. You become one-dimensional. Teams can tee off on you from the pass rush and all of that. With that being said, the Jets' problems continued. We talked on pregame, hey, they're throwing the ball down the field a little bit more. They didn't take shots down the field very much in this game. They're so static. They are so static at the line of scrimmage pre-snap. There's no motion. There's no play action. They're constantly in shotgun. They can't develop the downhill run game. They don't throw screens. They don't operate any kind of reverses. They don't widen the field. And that's why when you watch the Jets' offense and whether it's a complete pass or not, it never looks like there's a lot of space. Even when they complete a pass, most of the time it's a 5-yard pass, but a guy is on them right away, right? Right away, or 2, 3 guys rally to the ball right away. The Jets do not use the width of the field. They don't create space. And that's just one of many issues. My biggest issue with this team is they can't develop the play-action pass game. They can't be balanced, and some of that is because of the spots the defense puts them in, but a lot of it is because of the slow starts they constantly have where they're not scoring with the opposition as well. So the Jets, it doesn't matter how many star receivers they have or how great Breece Hall is. They don't call within the flow of the game, and they can't have a variety of offense because of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've been here too many times, right? And we've talked about it time after time. They don't have, and I didn't even know they have any bread and butter to set them kind of back to neutral. And what you see time after time, especially, listen, Bart kind of said it when he was behind the curtain. They were down 2 scores, and it seemed like they started to panic, right? A good time when you're down in that hole like that, get the screen game going, right? Start doing little things to kind of get
against
you
cover zero.
Cover zero. When you talk about Aaron Rodgers and some of the blitz they were facing, man, you talking about the backs we have and the receivers we have. We can't throw bubble screens. We have running back screens. We can't get real routes out of our running backs, right? So when you see Aaron Rodgers sit back there stoic, man, it's because, one, we talked about his lack of mobility. The offensive line, Tyron Smith, I don't want to hear anything about the old dog, man. He's fighting his tail off, right? He's dealing with some neck injuries. The fact that we got this many games out of him is a blessing in itself, right? Overall, man, and Connor's 100% right from this aspect. When you look at what they're trying to do, right, when the first option is gone, you see Aaron Rodgers start to panic himself. He starts patting the ball, and then the pocket collapse, and his offense finds himself once again behind the chains, in front of the chains, in which they don't operate well in right now. So it's frustrating because it's the same tape. It's the same tape from week 5 and on.
And another thing, too, when you want to cut the field in half, right? Like when he tries to escape, when you're cutting the field in half, the goal is that you're fast enough that the play could start to flow with you because you were cutting the field in half. So your receivers, go back to week 3 against New England, Thursday Night Football. Conklin and Lazard were great at flowing with Rodgers when he had his legs under him. He's too slow right now, probably because he's banged up and he's 40 years old, all right? That's the reality. And guys don't have enough time to flow with him where the defender catches up to him, he has to throw it out of bounds or he gets hit. So they can't extend plays, but their original scripts are not clean enough that they can live that way. So they're so one-dimensional, but the one dimension isn't working, which is how you end up not scoring any touchdowns.
Yeah, and Bart, original scripts is something that I want to focus on, too, because I know you're talking in general about the playbook and how they go about things, but the starts to the games every single week are just so slow. Last week, Aaron Rodgers had 32 yards passing in the first half. Today, 40 yards passing in the first half. We know teams script their first 15 plays. What is it about this offense, this lack of creativity, whatever it is, that is creating this type of deficit in the first half?
Well, for one, I feel like this is a old, archaic offense, and it hasn't hit the refresh button to the times in which we live in. It's almost like if Vince Lombardi was still trying to run the power sweep student body left and right. It's like, bro, at some point they figured out a way how to stop that. You got to do something different and modernize it. To Connor's point, no shifts, no motions. They don't do anything to make it easy for anybody but Aaron Rodgers. It's easy for Aaron Rodgers because he knows what offense or what defense they're playing, but nobody else knows. you know what helps them out? Oh, this guy ran with me. He must be in man-to-man. Oh, this guy, he said he didn't run with me. Oh, the linebacker came out. Oh, it must be zone. I can tell myself as a receiver, oh, I need to get ready to sit down in the zone because once I go, I'll see, hey, where the safety rotates, and I can sit down. Now, Aaron knows it because he's seen it 1,000 times.
Right.
But everybody else hasn't seen it 1,000 times. Garrett Wilson's learning about it. Corley's never seen it before, or not good at it. So sometimes, the lack of shifts and motions is something that Aaron doesn't need, but everybody else needs it. So why not do what everybody else needs? The last time we saw it against Buffalo, that's when the offense kind of came alive a little bit because it had movement. And guess what? When I'm moving and going in shifts and motions, it's energy. Right, because the energy doesn't stop. But when I'm at a static move for 15 seconds, Aaron Rodgers had me sitting there like this, and then he come up there and say, hey, change it. I'm standing there like 10 seconds.
Go back to what you said earlier, and I thought it was a good point on your part, Bart. When you don't have the shift in motions, you allow the defense to over-communicate.
Right.
So now everybody on the field is on the same page.
Hey, watch the screen. Like, damn, right. We got the screen.